want. The Pillars of Eternity 2, Deadfire. Let's see. Story.
Aora, a world where mortals live, die, and are reborn through the turning of the wheel. The cycle of reincarnation watched over by the gods, and made possible through pillars of a mystical substance known as Audra. 5 years ago, you traveled from your home to the Deerwood, a nation that had waged war against the incarnated god of light, Aethys, resulting in his destruction. The country suffered from a plague of hollowborn, infants born without souls, that many believed was punishment for killing a god. In an ancient, secluded ruin, you witnessed a secret ritual that inadvertently transformed you into a watcher. One who can see and speak with souls. The ritual also gave you horrible visions, waking nightmares of a past life that threatened your sanity. To put them to rest, you pursued the man who had led the ritual, a seemingly immortal agent of the gods, known as Theos Ix Arcanon. With divine assistance, you confronted and defeated Theos, ending your visions and resolving the Hollowborn crisis. In so doing, you also learned the great secret that Theos had protected. That the ancient empire of Anguith had transformed themselves into gods. Your visions finally put to rest, you retired to the castle of Cadnua, built atop a massive statue of pure Audra, where you ruled in relative peace and prosperity.
Made a nice story. You fixing up that old keep, lifting the curse. Must have told it 100 times. But something got to gnawing at me. Thinking the spirits there weren't really at rest. That maybe the gods weren't finished with us. I used to dream that when my God came back, he would forgive us. Last the trouble with dreams. Sooner or later, we all have to wake up.
And so you wake to a sleepless world, the in-between of life and death. Follow your memories. You have been here before.
Interesting way to start this.
You have seen past the shroud. You are a watcher now, and a watcher you will stay.
A watcher sees souls, knows their pasts, and the souls see them back.
A dubious honor, inheriting a fortress both broken and cursed.
What is a god? A higher power? A rewarder of good deeds and punisher of the wicked?
The gods aren't real, but something else entirely. Something created by people.
And did you ever consider that these were things you were never meant to understand? That their comprehension is beyond you?
Let the world see. Let them decide what to do.
The wheel has turned again, Watcher. Come.
An aged dwarf shares this strange floating platform with you. His face is creased by so many wrinkles that his features lie buried amid shadowy pockets of skin. Still, the dwarf's well-practiced habits have left telltale tracks of a welcoming rictus across his visage. You can see his smile coming before it blurs, reshaping the dwarf's face from a hanging sack of flesh into something resembling an oddly carved, merry gourd, replete with unhealthy bumps and discolored splotches.
Sit, please. Thank you for joining us, Watcher of Cadnua.
The gaunt woman seated at the table is clad in time-worn black armor that seems too massive for her to move in.
I like this one already.
A pale, slender neck rises from the gorget, topped by a hollow face.
But
The
yeah,
milky
I'm gonna
skin
make
stretched
my
across
character
it is delicate and
and
translucent, like
then take a
parchment
nap, and
that
I'll
has
be
been
back to
scraped clean
actually
with
fully
two
start this up
tools.
by making my character now.
She's preoccupied with the arrangement of cards on the table between you. With each movement, her armor squeaks and groans as though bearing an incredible weight. She places a final card, gives a nod of satisfaction, and raises her eyes to meet yours.
Your brush with the divine has drained you of your powers, fractured your memories. Look upon these cards. They represent the courses of your life. You alone know best how they flowed. Arrange them to fit what you remember.
Pillars of Eternity History 1. Import to save.
Does everything appear to be in order? Good. Welcome to the Beyond. I am Barra. One half anyway.
She points a finger in the direction of the dwarf who led you here. Though the movement is slight, her gauntlet squeaks like a rusty hinge. The dwarf's rictus returns as he nods in the woman's direction. The gods offered you boons in exchange for resolving the Hollowborn crisis. What did you do with the souls?
Do you remember when we last met? You came to that tower seeking our aid. You prayed for help in reaching Theos, beyond the Court of Penitence, but would not pledge yourself to me. And yet, when it was time to make your choice, you returned those lost souls to the wheel. It seems you knew what was right in the end after all.
It was empathy, though.
Though I suspect those wronged by the vows you broke will be less forgiving.
She delicately places a card on the table. A bell in a tower. Her fingertips slowly drag away from the card, faintly creaking as they retreat across the table.
You had need of the gods once before. Now it seems we have need of you. The being that occupied Ognua's statue beneath your castle was the dead god, Aothis. Of this, we are certain. What we do not know is what his intentions are.
So that
Though
key
Aothis stole a large fragment of your soul,
building.
you were strong enough to survive the onslaught and enter the in-between. You and he are still connected. He has chosen a body made of living Audra, perfused with the power of thousands of souls, including yours. It should be little difficulty for an experienced watcher to find him. No, but neither is your body truly alive. Your lungs draw breath, your heart pumps blood, but your flesh is as soulless as a hollowborn. That is, until I return you.
She delicately places a card upright on the table. The art depicts souls flowing out of a pillar of Audra.
I know. It is my business to know. 322 in Cadnua and your surrounding lands. Their souls remain in Aothis still. You have the power to save them. Serve me and I will return you to your body. Or don't, and return to the wheel. Good. Before you return to Aora as my herald, you must remember who you were, the last whisper of life and death. When you can picture your own face, the Beyond will lead you back to your own kind, to the world of mortals.
Okay, I would do fighter. I'm gonna paladin again. Next. And for the next, it will be I'll do barbarian as well. No, wizard would be good. We'll do invoker. Actually, to make it easier on me, we'll just do one class, and we'll do paladin. Shield bearer. Really put the resolve up this time. I was a merchant last time. Professionally weapons types. Large shields. And there's the portrait I had last time.
After him!
Charge!
Go forth now, Watcher, as my herald. Know that I do not give you this title lightly. When the time comes, you will have the power to reveal the souls that cling to you, to open the gateway from the in-between to the waking world. Find Aethys. Learn his plans. When I have cause to talk to you, I will summon you.
With a quick gesture of her hand, you feel a sharp pain in what would be your chest. The pain continues, intruding deeper into your soul. Looking down, you see a small lump of darkness roiling within you. The darkness lingers there, but the pain abates and fades entirely within the span of a few seconds.
A chime. Do not fear, Herald. It will not harm you unless you choose to cross me. I trust it will not come to that.
Her gauntleted hand gestures to the dwarf, hovering nearby. The dwarf nods, contorts his face with his odd smile, and gestures to a new door. The return to your body feels like waking after a fitful drunken sleep. The rocking of the ship sends pain jolting through your limbs. Crashing waves hammer inside your skull.
My lord, have you returned to us?
The voice echoes from inside the bust. The remains of the steward of Cad Nua.
How are you feeling? Given what you've suffered, that is no small accomplishment. I hate to cast a pall over your recovery, but I'm afraid I have some bad news for you. Cad Nua has been destroyed. Aethys possessed the statue of Maros Nua and rose from the ground, consuming the souls of all nearby. It is only by the exceptional strength of your soul that you survived. And even then, just barely. The further Aethys withdrew, the weaker you became. We chartered this ship and followed him to the Deadfire archipelago. I know not how, but it seems he has retained a piece of your soul, and proximity to it has brought you back. My lord, you've barely moved in weeks. How?
Misfortune's brewing topside. Maglans fires the captain stirs.
An older man with ale-sour breath rubs his bloodshot eyes and stares at you.
Engrim, the smell of drink on your breath could wake the very dead. Now what's this about?
Pirates. They're demanding parley with you, Captain.
It would be wise to arm yourself first, my lord. You'll find equipment in the wardrobe next to me.
Okay, let's see. What is my level? I'm level 1. Even though even though I level up, I now keep all that. I don't care about that records, all that. So these are all characters that people made.
You should prepare for battle, my lord. I would not wager on the mercy of pirates. The pirates of Deadfire are notorious. I suggest you deal with them quickly.
A little sloop, lost and alone in the storm. I'll be taking your ship now, if you don't mind. And especially if you do. Give her up easy, and I'll see you get a swift death. It'll be bloody and agonizing, sure. But at least it'll be quick.
How do you know?
Is that supposed to provoke me? Nah, I won't be riled by the likes of you. Listen up, mates. I'm off to spear me a bigger fish. One with sharper teeth like. I'm trusting you lot not to cock this up. Don't damage the sloop when you take it. Play with the crew if you'd like, but don't bring me any prisoners. None that are alive.
You heard, Bandwidth! After...
It's a relief to see you awake, my lord. I worried you were in for another long sleep. We must have come too close to shore during the storm. The Defiance run aground. Those of the crew that weren't lost in the fighting or the storm were flung from the deck. I do sense a few survivors close by. The rest... you could give them guidance, but they are beyond any other help. That is, assuming this experience has not diminished your abilities as a watcher. If you can see the souls of our dead and speak to them, it would be a great comfort. Whatever your aims, I'd say you have a better chance of accomplishing them with some assistance. Let's look for survivors first. Supplies after that. For now, I'd say your best bet is to find some sign of civilization. If nothing else, we may be able to hire on a shipwright. My lord, if it is not too taxing, could you explain how it came to pass that you were returned to us? A perilous endeavor indeed. Castle or no castle, you are still my lord, and I will aid you to the best of my ability.
Okay, let's see. Fast mode active. We keep that active. My quest. Helping Hands? These are the main quest. So by difficulty, I don't think they're really, difficulty ones.
This.
Okay. I'm going to save. Where's the save? Where's the save? How do I save? Ah, here we go. Save. We're gonna quit for now, and then we'll be back later. Bye, everyone. I already like this one. It's pretty good. Anyway, but bye.